この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Sora no Woto episode 5, and I am actually kind of having trouble keeping myself from cracking up because just before I began this, if you've watched this channel long enough, you might know that I randomly lapse into random accents at random times for no reason sometimes, and just as I was getting ready, I just started thinking what would happen if I said this in an Irish accent, and all I can tell you is I think it's hilarious because if you do say Saranawata in an Irish accent, you come up with Saranawata because especially a strong Irish accent, because strong becomes strung, so Sora becomes Sara and Woto becomes Wata, and I think that's hilarious. Also, I apologize profusely to any of our Irish friends across the pond who might be watching this. All 0.2% of my channel that is from Ireland or anywhere in the British Isles. Sorry, UK. Jeez, sorry, okay. Anyway, that was a random tangent that we went on for no reason at instant zero. You can already tell this is going to be a good day. We're here to watch Sora no Woto. We are on episode 5. We have watched episodes 1 through 4 because that's how counting and watching shows works. Wow, I really got started without having any of my shit prepped. I don't know where there it is. Never mind, we're good. Didn't know where my little pen tablet thing was, but that's okay. I haven't been taking the greatest notes for Sora no Woto. I've been taking better notes after the episodes when I'm trying to put shit together in my brain than I have been taking during the episodes. Whatever. I do want to have it at least ready just in case there's something crazy that goes on. I don't think there will be. I actually think that this episode is probably going to be a pretty chill because we've introduced our main character Kanata to all of the major characters within the Bastion except for Felicia, and I don't think that we're going to deal with her right now. So I would say that at this point, because of our specific individual interactions with all the other characters except for Felicia, there are a couple things that I want. One is I think Kanata has finally made herself a part of this found family thing that's going on at this Bastion place. We still don't know the specifics of how this group works together and all their shit, but we've got enough to know that Kanata has been kind of inducted and is okay with most of them except for Felicia. We're friends with all of them to some degree. She's also hit her primary goal of, I can play a fucking note. Of course, it's a little bit much, and she was playing a perfect song, which would not have happened, but the ability to play a note, fuck yeah, she can actually get started on really learning her stuff, and maybe she won't get people from town being pissed off about her bugling. We'll see. I'm sure it will take some time. But I would like a couple things. I would like the family to be doing something together because we have been chopping them up into little two-person pieces and sending them off on their own to do things individually, so that because on a meta level we need to get to know the individual characters themselves, and this isn't a show that's as intricately constructed as something like I'm not trying to make this comparison there, but it's not as intricately constructed as something like K-On!, where each episode is hyper dense with character information on all fronts of all characters. In one episode of K-On!, you can fully get to know all of the characters, including Sensei, including Azenyan, including everybody. You just understand them because all of their traits are always on display, and Yamada's crazy. But that's beside the point, and again, I'm not trying to draw a point of comparison or say that's better than this or whatever. It's just not as intricately constructed, and so our meeting and understanding of the characters is more drawn out, and that's also a choice to get us to get to know these characters on a deeper and more personal and more intimate and more specific one-on-one level, which is precisely what Kanata's doing. But given that we have done that, I would like to see our whole team together do something, whether it's on campus, if you will, or if we go on a field trip or something. I would like it to be a field trip so that we could see more of the world, because the world has continued to be pretty much the most interesting thing in the story. And I would like to see Felicia in her natural habitat as surrogate mom of this group, because I don't think we're going to get a Felicia specific episode for a long time. I would put it around episode 7 to 9, I think I said before, or maybe I said 9 and 10 and then finale afterwards, something like that. Later in the series, I would expect a Felicia specific episode. But for now, I would like to see the whole group together, and I would like to get to know her through seeing her actions, little bits and pieces of them, and the way that she manages this herd of cats that she's dealing with. That's all I got. That's all I'm hoping for. Now, there are a couple of things from the previous episode that are very interesting to me. One is Can I see the entire database of the tank, please? Like, the whole thing. Can we just read all of history, please? Like, I understand that this is never going to happen in the context of the show, but holy fuck, you have a data bank with something in it. It's got something in it. Just go and look inside the tank where it happens. The tank where it happens. But seriously, like, oh, there's information there, and there's information out in the world too, but there's more information there, and it's all there. Maybe some of it, at least like battle strategy or something. There's got to be something in that tank. We will probably never find out, which really makes me sad, but that's okay. We helped make it a thing. Anyway, last episode was pretty cool. We leveled up Kanata to bugling prowess by showing her that she's forcing it instead of actually like allowing it to occur, which works on a psychological level, and also helped in a cool way with the tank repairs because perfect pitch was a really useful thing for figuring out the impurities of glass, and we got much closer than we had before, and we actually made a thing that worked when we've been struggling at doing it for a long time. And the whole intertwined juxtaposition of their two individual struggles and how they come together and help each other with both of them is pretty fucking cool. Noelle introduces Kanata to some characters who introduce her to the ideas that push her through, and Kanata herself is the element that's necessary and missing from their glass-making procedure, if you will, because they need a way of testing the glass for its perfect impurities, and she is that way. So, there's a bunch of other stuff too. There's also the thing that was weird when they talked to the lady sister, not Obasan, sorry, the sister lady who owns the glass shop. She said some weird stuff and pulled out a big wad of cash, and I've got this weird impression that they're doing something illegal. I don't know if we're going to find out about that anytime soon, but I would like to find out about that because that seems interesting at least. And I think that's all I've got, so let's go ahead and dive on into this next episode of Sora no Woto and see what sounds we send out toward the sky today. So, I've got episode 5 up and ready to go. It is sitting at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions of this reaction video. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the describble-dee-doo, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you want to do a syncy thing, beep beep timer is coming at you now. Okay. Looks like we are all set. I need more tea, or maybe I've had too much tea. That's a risk I'm just gonna have to take. I haven't really thought on that line, have I? I never really broke down the exact lyrics. Perspectives and lenses and stuff. Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, that has to do with bugling in the new day, you know? But also, reviving a What? What is this? What is happening? This is all sim, right? This isn't real. They're just simifying. Wait, what the fuck is happening? Is this all a dreamy meme? Like, we're really playing this up here. I don't buy it. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. But we're activating the computer systems and we've got things and we're good. Oh, cool. Is that close? Hey, buddy. Sherzies. Koreha seems really happy about Kraus being here. Like, really happy. She was just like, that was a lot. Oh. She? I thought we referred to... It doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. Funny. Hmm. Ooh, personal letters. That looked really bad. That door. The texture on it, I think, was off a little bit. Ooh. From whom? De Doko. Oh, are you trying to pay for... Oh, okay. Ah. Oh. 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 That's super weird. So he's not a professor? His name is just Professor. Or his name is Professor. Professor. Sir. Wait, what? Oh. Well, shit. Yeah, me too. Problem with being deadpan all the time. Get something? Ooh. What is that a key to? Yeah, she seems really interested in class. Like, what's up with that? Pitch it? Itsumono? Nani? Shit, we're withholding a ton of information in this episode. What's in the storeroom? Oh, fuck you. Oh. This year's? They are! They're fucking moonshining. They're brewing. They're distilling. Hey. Alright, what is your obsession here, girl? What is going on there? Yikes, that was rough. I mean, it's far away, it doesn't matter, but yikes. Oh, you're what? Ah? A field trip? Oh my god, you have way too much energy, Jesus Christ. What's the real reason, though? Yeah, like, you're telling this to the kids, but what's the real reason that you're all going out there? Okay. Sure. Sure. Yeah, let's go look at some old tech stuff. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Awesome. 100%. Yeah, you're a liar. Oh. Okay. Ha! Carry heavy shit. Yeah! Welcome to boot camp! Have fun! Hey, it's basic. Can you? And fail miserably. Yeah. Yeah. You are wonderful, Kureha. You are precious. You're clunk. She's just enjoying it. Sure. Now you gonna do a push-up? That is super stupid. No, what you do is you sit it up on a rock so that you can squat, and then you squat, and then you put the straps on your back, and then you squat it up. Mechanical efficiency. Maneuver it onto a boulder, get it on your back, stand up. Easy peasy. Yeah, have fun standing there. Don't lock your knees. Oh, that's good. Yeah, just like get the trumpet immediately. That's great. Right. Right, great. Holy fuck. So, was this all just to get rid of them all? So that they could do something in particular themselves? Can they move? That'll do. Yep. Those should be later. Can't get a good workout if you can't actually move somewhere. Yeah, next up, what are we really doing here? Uh-huh. Bonding opportunity, though. Sing a fun song of marching. Sing a fun song of marching. Is she sleepwalking? Ooh, flutterby. Many flutterbys. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Why would you climb up something when you can't even... Okay, whatever. Ooh, I really don't trust it. Big Alice in Wonderland vibes. No thank you. What is that bunker place? Oh, that's what they're looking for. Okay. Okay. What the fuck? Don't touch that. Oh god. Can we... It doesn't open? Okay. Respect for the past. Okay. Is it really just an observatory thing, or is it a fucking bunker? It's a fucking bunker, right? Like, you can go inside that. That's a door, right? What? What? Yeah. What? Oh, fuck. Have fun. Yeah, good. Big luck. Much good. Oh, jeez. He knows what's up. Those are very strange structures. Those are like giant pillars, spikes of earth driven into the... What the fuck were those? Yeah, what? Bones, earth. I don't think so, dude. She has ascended into runner's high. She is in a trance. You're gonna get yourself killed by Noelle. You can hear what? Are you gonna start running? Yeah, that's not a good idea. She's dehydrated, dude. Yeah. That's a cliff. That's a cliff. That might be a cliff. Uh-oh. Okay. She stopped. Ooh. Excellent. Okay, we didn't fall off a cliff. Thank God. Hell yeah. Going hard with the water animation. I want to mark out that cut 1410. Actually, that whole sequence, they're hiring somebody really good for this. Fair. Oh, hi, fishy. Wait, okay, so the rivers are fine. Oceans are fucked. Almost forgot yourself, didn't ya? So what? So what? Okay, I getcha. Yeah, okay. The soul. You say as you're bonding with your fam. And where are you going, Rio? Ah, fuck. Did Rio do that, or did an animal? Rely on yourselves, right? A wild boar? Maybe. Yeah, I would assume that this is one of your... shit. Why would a boar take a compass? Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. Yeah, do you know the wilderness very well? Pointing at some kind of berry? Oh. Okay, cool. Cool, sure, yeah. Well, I guess we're gonna eat those. Sure. Perfect pitch on stomach grumbles is a little too much, though, Kanata. Oh. He's a legend to her. Ah. Desert wolf. Hey, that's pretty cool. Do you have their compass? Oh, we found the place. It doesn't have a thing on the door thing, though. Or did they just not draw it? It doesn't matter. Fuck it. I guess finding those is really not the focus of the episode, is it? It's all about the journey. Oh, you are getting tired. We need food. We need water. Is that canteen empty? I mean, there's the sun. You know what time of year it is, right? So you know which way west is and which way true west is. Ooh, the underlying tensions. And now it all turns to Kanata. What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? Oh, hey, thanks, sunset. Looks kind of overgrown. Rio. Ooh. Going for some mountain peaches yourself, are we? Oh, fuck. Kanata was right. You need to get up a tree. You need to get up a tree. You need to get up a tree. Do not run. Get up a tree. You don't have a spear. You don't have a spear and a gun will make it angry. Get up a tree. Oh, fuck. That's like the most terrifying thing you could possibly come across in the forest. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Can they see it? Can they see her? Oh, no. Okay, just a sunset. Guess we're not saving Rio. Oh, it's no man's land. Can we see anything? No, we can't, can we? Fuck. Okay, more school-like or apartment-y buildings. Cool, cool. Oh, hi. It was all a trick. It was just an outing. Hmm. Ah. Ah. Okay. Okay, what are we protecting? What's the alternative? Yeah. Sure? Is that a dope-ass hot spring? It's a dope-ass hot spring. Hey, what's up? How'd your fight with the boar go? I hope you just ran. Okay. Now more than ever embodying the maidens, yes? Because they're spiny? Oh, jeez. You are gonna get a fucking stomachache. Are there any other names? Okay, no, they put their names now. Okay. What a really simple episode. And also not. But more simple than the others. Noctor. Nothing. That sounds very fun. Okay, this was an episode. I think in terms of just like purely goofy fun, this one nails it in a way that previous episodes have not, and it gives me absolutely everything that I wanted in terms of how are the more adult characters as adulty characters, and the thing that we get on Felicia is kind of just an expansion of what we already had before. She's doing things that are good for people, but she's lying about it and obfuscating like the reasons behind it in order to get them to do it themselves. She's a puppet master, but a pretty smart one, a pretty intelligent one. The opening sequence with the tank simulation thing is quite interesting. I don't know why we intercut that with Klaus arriving. Because that just seems a little weird to me that we seem to be firing upon him in the way that it's shot together. It's just strange. Don't really get that, but whatever. They're working together as a team, and then that is what we are fostering as we move along through the episode. Insisting that it is an outing when Kureha is like, it's a mission, isn't it? She's like, no, it's an outing. You're just out to have fun, but also, do some important stuff for us. But reality is that's to get everybody aligned and get everybody together. That's kind of interesting. It's kind of neat. It also forces them into a situation where like the underlying potential tensions between these characters become a little bit steamy, just a little bit heated. I think the most obvious like pair that would always be at each other's throats would be Kureha and Noelle, because Noelle is so self-serious and Kureha is so much more like flamboyant with the way that she presents herself. And then Kureha's like type of seriousness toward the Bastion is very different from Noelle's. And then all of that intertwined with Kanata's kind of happy-go-lucky, like all positive mentality creates an interesting set of potential dynamics between all three of them. And that's pretty cool. Okay, basic things, lots of goofy, lots of fun, lots of Kanata being cute. We see some wine, and I have a feeling that we understand about that. We find out that Kureha essentially idolizes Kraus, and this is, I think, really well conveyed throughout the episode. Let's just to skip through really quick. The moment that we reveal Kraus is coming, it's Kraus. First shot that we get is her turning like absolutely delighted, right? And then from there on, she's just like worshiping him. When Felicia orders her to go and like grab a gift, also doesn't get a letter is something. It's not Felicia, sorry, it's Rio. A couple things. One, Kureha doesn't get a letter. Kureha's probably an orphan. Just because we did that, and we did it like juxtaposed with Kanata getting a letter from her family, I have a feeling Kureha might be fully an orphan. Just throwing it out there. It's not unlikely that Noelle might be too, but we don't know. Cool. We give her the key to go and get him a present. And the present is this year's. They're making fucking wine. And they're selling it. They are smuggling and brewing and distilling vino. That's fucking sick. That's awesome. All right, I wonder when we'll actually like find out about that, you know? And discover the whole truth behind it. There are also some really strange highs and lows in this episode. I wouldn't say that there are any shots like there were in the previous one where I'm just like, why is that like that? The shots that are wonky in this one, I would say, are just like budget cut type situations and being a wide. Like this as a wide looks pretty bad. Particularly Felicia's face. Her eyes are going all over the place and her mouth isn't staying in the same location and like she completely changes character design from frame to frame. And also for some reason she looks like she has cat ears. I don't believe that the character of Felicia has cat ears. Why does she have... Well, I guess she has those little blibbity blumps. Never mind, she does. She does. They just look cat ear-like here. Sure. Yeah, alright. It's just a mediocre cut, right? And then when we compare that to some of the cuts significantly later in the episode, when our focus is actually on our three major characters and their stuff that they're dealing with, particularly the cut at 14 minutes and 10 seconds-ish, over here. First off, the water is nice. It's not like the most crazy beautiful water that any of us have ever seen. I think we've all probably seen better animated water. That's fine. This cut of her drinking is solid. And then after it, more importantly, is this cut. The thing that I noticed immediately about this one is that it looks more like a Kyoani cut because her face has three-dimensionality right there and throughout and is fluid. It's also, do we up the frame rate for some reason during this? Let me just, hold on. It's weird. It's like there are like two segments that are on 5s, but they're only one frame. Hold on. Let me do this again and make sure that VLC isn't just breaking on me because it literally just broke. Thanks, VLC. I have to fully control Alt delete this out. Thanks, VLC. Love you. I really do love VLC. It just sometimes does this. 1410, please. Please, if you would. Thank you. Okay. Back to, yeah. Back over here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Weird. And, okay, call that 1, 2, 1, 2, fuck, I don't know. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So there's this one section that's just at a 5. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm intrigued by the frame ordering. It doesn't determine the quality of the cut. The reason I'm looking at the cut in the first place is because I think it's good and character-y and has goodness to it. And then I think that level of quality continues all throughout this upcoming cut where we have the playfulness and both of these characters moving in frame. Yeah. I think these are really solid. And the little distortion on her hands as she pulls the water up. Yeah. Like that. That's pretty cool. And both characters just effectively reacting to each other and like believably playing in a believable river and believably splashing each other, and it's fun. Same with when Noelle actually joins in. But it's particularly the cut of the two of them. It's standout because this show hasn't done character animation on that level frequently. It's done it a couple times, little bits and pieces, but not so frequently. Maybe a little bit per episode. And this episode feels very much focused on these characters, despite them wandering the world. Despite being outside of the Bastion, for example, it feels like this episode is much more personal and much more intimate and about them, about the three of them as like a school class, as like a generation, getting to know each other a little bit better and working through certain conflicts that will be just inevitable between them because they're super different as individuals. I think that's pretty fucking cool. There are also fish. Caught me by surprise at first because they said that the oceans are fucked, but I guess, you know, if rainwater is rainwater and is coming down mountains and becoming rivers, why not? Why not? Looks like a fish. I wonder if anybody's gone and done like a serious investigation into the nature of that fish. I bet it's like some obvious modification on an existing fish species that lives today, but not an existing species that lives today. Like it's got the wrong pattern of dots on it to be an existing type of like trout or whatever it is. I assume it's a trout. It looks like a trout, kind of. I don't know. I don't know my fish very well. I'm not into fish. I eat the sushi occasionally, but that's it. Okay. Yeah, making a game out of things. Let's go back to the beginning and skim up through again. We go pretty over dramatic for this whole like red tinted simulation sequence. It's pretty clear that it is a simulation. Did take me by surprise for a couple seconds where I was like, is this in the past? Is this Felicia with nope, those are the other kids. This is nothing. But it's cool. Now that they actually have the functioning turret of the Takemizuchi, they're like able to practice and stuff and make themselves feel like they're worthwhile, which at present they're not, but they could be in the future, and so that's really cool. It's so hot and yet she's energetic. They don't get each other. Signing a thing, talking to Kraus, and there's all kinds of subtext, whatever. We get personal letters. It's wonderful. She gets one from a... Okay, I don't get this completely. This one's from Noelle. From Kyoju-san. Oh, okay, so she's completely just fucking with her. It is a professor from whom she is ordering, or like getting correspondence. Professor of what? I don't know, history, information, glass, information, history, probably history. Probably communicating with a history or mechanics and engineering, trying to figure out how to tank. That makes sense. Or it's something completely different, and we'll find out eventually. Who knows? That's a fun joke, Noelle. Okay, and then we give Kureha some head pats and the consolation prize of go and get him a bottle of hooch. Again, dramatic character animation put onto this sequence around Kureha. It's made clear to us just by the focus here, especially once she actually gets up. We've got this like subtle camera movement along with it, and then another one as she gets up, and then another that follows her. There are like 4 subtle camera movements in that sequence. Hold on, let me see. And they're really understated, which is cool. So there's one. We follow her as she leans back slightly in the chair. We follow her as she looks up. We don't follow the nod. We follow the lean forward. Sorry, it's artifacting. I don't know why. Follow the lean forward, and then we follow the getting up. It's all one sweep for that last one. That's kind of crazy. That's a lot. But we're very clearly focused on that and very clearly showing that she cares about this. I think it's safe to say that Kureha is probably an orphan because she didn't get a letter. Just symbolically, like, obviously, she could have just not gotten a letter that week or month or whatever, because Kraus still only comes every month or whatever, and her parents might only send letters every year, but thematically, she's an orphan. Sorry, it's just, that's the way it is. And she is reverent toward this Kraus, who is apparently a well-known super soldier of sorts, who did some badass things and is called the Desert Wolf, which is pretty awesome. And also likes to chill and tan and catch some sun while taking care of the place for everybody. I assume while sipping on his hooch, as aforementioned. Alright, she's way too exciting over Genki. Outside! Ho 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 ho, here we are. So we get some environments, we see some strange henji things, which are pretty freaking cool. And then we get our mission, carry heavy packs. I said it before, that's not how you get on a heavy pack. You put it on a rock, then you put it on. I mean, you can do it that way, but one, why would you rely on your upper body strength to lift you up off the ground when putting a pack on your back? Like, no, you're what? Why would you want to do a push-up if you cannot squat the weight? Oh, you're having trouble putting this incredibly heavy thing on your back the way that humans are, like, biomechanically built to carry heavy loads? We're, like, built to put them on our shoulders? We're pretty fucking good at it. Instead of doing that, I'm gonna put it flat on my back and just use the forward portion of my upper body instead of my entire like muscular. Oh no, 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 no. But that's okay. But that's okay. We don't mind. This isn't Eurocamp. It's not an instructional manual on how to heavy backpacks. I'm just gonna do something really silly here because I've eaten shit for this kind of thing in the past. I'm just gonna look up and see if there's actually any sort of basis or foundation for getting a heavy backpack on while laying down flat on the ground face first and then like pushing up and then standing, because that seems ridiculous to me mechanically, and I've carried weights around a lot, and I've carried heavy backpacks before, and I've gone backpacking many times, and what we did was we put the heavy backpack on a fucking rock and then attached it to yourself and then squatted up. Let me go look and make sure that I'm not just like talking out my ass here. Oh yeah, that's a great way. This is also a really good way. Here, let me switch my OBS over. This is superb. Switch this over to just like display capture, I guess. And then I can't full screen. That sucks. I'll watch this on YouTube then.
And I can lift it up.
So what this guy does is really simple. He grabs the heavy backpack. Speed, just because I don't care to actually picks up the heavy backpack, sets it on his knee in a wide based out stance, and then he can just swing his shoulders in underneath it and swing it around onto his backpack. Blah, blah, onto his back. Yeah. Oof, pop, and then you can do your waist straps and your chest straps and all that jazz. All of that jazz. Cool. Okay, and then here he shows another method where he does something that's much closer to what Rio shows them, except it's not utterly stupid because it makes sense with the mechanics of your physical form and your body. So, one sec.
Back on the back. You can try. Depends on how tall you are and how big the backpack is. Sometimes.
So you get down kneeling.
Sometimes you can slide in your shoulder, but right now it's not possible. So again, straight back. I slide it on my leg. Then one arm through, rotate it, and the rotation mainly comes from the backpack itself when you use your elbow. Then the other side.
Oh, and then you get up with the legs? Whoa!
Stand up first and
yeah. Okay. So it's kind of silly, and also I think yeah. I'm gonna take that as some good advice. Yeah. All right. I have at least confirmed that guy and nothing else that I could find had anybody putting it on their back and doing a push-up, because that seems fucking stupid. Just confirming. Just confirming, because I have eaten shit for assuming things before when I was pretty sure that I had the knowledge. It's better to go and check. Okay, the kind of multi-gag for the trumpets and the guns and stuff as like, if you somehow reach a point where you just can't go on, it's like, it's right now. That's a fun gag. It's predictable, but a fun gag. Same with the explosive thing. Same with the wait for them to march. It's fun. That they are exiting through this giant stone gate is kind of like going off on a symbolic and spiritual journey of sorts, which makes sense. And we get some implication that there's other things to do. And part of that is Rio tailing them and ensuring that their thing goes wrong once they get distracted. I think. Like, we're pretty solidly supposed to be pretty sure that she took the compass and messed with all their food and stuff so that they would have to go on their mission, right? Or so they would have to bond, you know? Yeah. Okay, so we find this location. They called it a Noctour observation thing. I don't know what that means. It's a strange, concrete, brick-like structure with what seems to me to be very obviously a door that could probably be opened, and maybe stuff inside it that would be really interesting, like information about the past. Please. But no, we're not going to do that. Okay, well, sad. That's fine. We swipe it with our finger, and it lights up with some letters and stuff, and I guess it's working now? Sure, we don't know anything about the technology. It's completely black box to us, except that we also don't pull anything out of it or put anything into it or like download the data from it or anything. It's just there. Now, these being set up here and these being on the border, it might be that we will get like a call in from these at some point that, oh, there's something bad coming, and maybe that'll lead into our finale somehow. It does feel to me like a setup of some kind, but I don't know what. Just don't know. Okay. Anyway, we find some respect for the past and the people of the past, which is pretty cool. And I believe it is Koreha who first salutes the previous, and that's pretty neat that they come to that conclusion on their own. Okay, looking forward to the mountain. It's scary. This little interlude where we just see Kraus being a beast, chilling on a bench, soaking in some sun. That's fucking awesome. I'm extremely intrigued by these rock formations. Are these a thing that naturally happens? And if so, what causes them? And if not, what drove gigantic spikes of rock into the earth? I don't know. I'm going to assume that they are naturally caused, but I've never seen anything quite like them, so I'm going to go look for them. Stone pillar narrow at bottom. Natural rock formations. Names? I mean, rock pillars exist. It's just narrow at the bottom consistently. What would cause that? I can only imagine that, like, a flow of water would, like, at various levels would cause, like, 10% erosion from the top down, and then 10% more from, like, halfway down from there, and then more, and just compounding, because every time the water level is lower, it would only be eroding, like, the smaller portion. But I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, man. It's kind of cool though. They're unique visually. I cannot find any rock formations that look quite like those. It makes me think they might not be entirely natural, but fuck. Well, there's just no way to know, is there? They are in a ravine, right? They're in a canyon or a valley. I mean, we see that has writing on it, but that's a circular pillar, right? That's been carved. And if that's only eroded to that point, then those rock formations have been there for a lot longer. They must be natural. I don't know what else they could be. Okay, struggling through it. I was very scared by this shot. Looks like just the edge of a cliff, and I thought she was going straight over. Nope, we're all good. And then we have the splishy splashies, which are fun. Very fun fishy flashies, splishy splashies, whatnot. And snacks and problems, and off we go. And hungry, and setup and leaving it be, and onward, and Rio, and double setup, and sunset, and worry, and find the place, and reveal of Felicia, and reveal of Rio, and Boar. Don't fuck with wild boar. Wild boar are fucking scary, although that one has really short tusks. They're not that short. They're still pretty solid. Fuck boars. Boars are terrifying. Yeah, it can run at a maximum speed of 40 kilometers per hour, approximately 25 miles per hour. Can jump a height of 55 to 60 inches. They can jump as high as a 5-foot tall person. Ha, ha, ha. Males are 10% larger and 30% heavier in general. Generally have 10 to 12 centimeter long lower canines. Yup. Develop a coating of subcutaneous fat, which may be 2 to 3 centimeters thick for protection. Yup. Average 165 to 220 pounds in weight and 30 inches at the shoulder. Fuck. Don't fuck with boar. Like, there's a specific thing called a boar spear. And it's a relatively shortish spear with a very hefty crossguard and a big fucking pointy sharp blade. And the hefty crossguard is because the way you kill boar is you wait for them to charge you, and then you stick the hilt of the thing in the ground and you hope that it impales the boar. Boar are fucking scary, dude. 3 centimeter layer of armor-plated fat. Nope. So Rio dies here, because we don't know how she gets away, so she's just dead. No, I kid. She probably climbed the tree, I assume. That's probably how she got all that fruit. Just chilling up there for a while, waiting for the boar to leave. And we see No Man's Land, and unfortunately there's no useful information that we get from seeing No Man's Land, except that it's big and vast and empty and desert-like, even though it's kind of like to the north-ish, right? Which is pretty weird. And it sucks. It's bad. It's just the ruins of dead civilization. Now, we've seen some flashes of something that was quite like this. Here we see more buildings and things and less like maybe planes or other objects. But those are like apartment complexes or a school or similar. This is the edge of the world inhabited by people. Also, this whole sequence bathed in sunset hues is pretty neat. And hold on. Annie? Amy? L? I don't know what that one is. Fuck. I was thinking that maybe there might be something interesting hidden here, particularly where she puts her hand and covers one. But I don't know. Maybe that says Angel? Does that say Angel? Angel. Angeline? Angelina. Okay. Hotori? Okay, I'm gonna write these down. Or Angelica? Predecessors. Just gonna put this in a big box on my notes, and Angelina / Ka. Hotori? I don't know. That one starts with C-A, like Carol? Carol? That kills people. I can't tell. Carol? Some E name. Part of my reason for doing this is at the beginning of this episode when we're doing the practice thing, we get quite a number of shots of Felicia being extremely focused on this moment. They're all sweating. They're all into it, right? But Felicia seems extremely focused and extremely serious. Now, part of that is that she's got to be because she's the role model and leader and the tank commander, right? Part of it makes me wonder if she's lost some crew before. Because we don't know anyone else except for Rio who's even close to her age, right? Though we don't know her age, really. And it's anime, so, you know. Boobs like that, she could be 12. Who knows? It's anime, guys. But I think we can assume that she's in her mid-20s, probably, with Rio in her very early 20s, I would say, and maybe late teens even, and the others in their young to mid-teens, right? Somewhere in there. We don't really know, but I would put Felicia somewhere at like 24 to 27 as a guess. And now she's a commander, but sent to like a get you out of the way post that she's made her own in her own way to like help people. I don't know, her parentalness could speak of the result of a character that's lost people before, just because that's a classic archetype of like, I've lost people before, I will be serious and like do whatever it takes to prevent people from dying under my watch again. Whether that means like making them go out on weird missions like this and get to know themselves and figure out the environment or whatever, or take our training seriously even though our tank doesn't move. That could be a thing. I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm writing down the names of those people because if we do get any information about her past individuals and we can line those up with those names, that would be really interesting. Because she hasn't been assigned to the Bastion forever, right? Like, there's no way. What was she doing during wartime proper? Was she a tank commander then? Or a smaller role in a tank or similar? I don't know. We just don't know. Just don't know. Okay, we do see that Rio has the compass, which I assume is our implication that she took their stuff and fucked with their stuff, which is great. And then we find ourselves a dope-ass hot spring, and we all hang out, and we eat some quote-unquote mountain peaches, which I'm going to look up as mountain peaches really quick, and then I'm going to look up the Japanese word that she actually says. Mountain peaches does not come up. Okay. Yamamomo. Yamamomo. Ooh. Means mountain peach, but there is nothing peach-like about them. Chinese bayberry. Ooh. Okay, so that's why they're the little spikely things. They actually are little spikely things. That's cool. Yeah, they really nailed the actual, like, biology of the mountain peach tree, the bayberry tree. Let me go find, where's Rio with the bayberries? Yeah. Did they nail the leaf shape too? Yeah, so it has not evolved at all from present day. Okay, I mean, sure, okay. And then when we cut back to the place, yeah. Do we see any other names? Do we get any other bits and pieces? Not really. That's unfortunate. It doesn't really matter, but might be unfortunate. And then boom, into the very goofy, very fun ED. This was a solid episode. I think there was some solid character stuff, and just nothing happens in this episode, essentially. Almost nothing happens in this one, except that we get a better appreciation for history and where we've come from and all that jazz. But what happens in this episode is the forming of bonds, and the like, now we have believability in these characters' relationships with one another, specifically the three young ones. We find out a bunch about Kureha and her relationship with Kraus, to the point where I think we're gonna have to examine that more. I don't know how, but like, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't think that his reputation as the Desert Wolf is all that it's cracked up to be. Like, what if he's a soldier who's like killed people and is like weighed down by terrible amounts of guilt for that, and she's just like, oh my god, you're my hero, I love you, I'm your biggest fan, and he's like, oh dude, you really don't get it. I murder people, and that's what I do, and that's why I'm lauded, and I don't want that shit. That could be interesting, right? I don't know if I see that in Kraus at the moment, but like, that kind of a contradiction or something that throws Kureha's blind love for him for a loop would be kind of cool. Maybe. Finding out more about the professor that Noelle is apparently communicating with, that sounds cool too. Maybe he's got some cool information, because that's what I really want. It's not. It's what I nominally want. And we're nominally staying here to find out more about the mysteries, but in reality, what we're here for is the characters and character development and bonds and love between them and all that jazz. And I think this episode focuses really heavily on that stuff. It tips its hand a couple times towards some mysteries, like the bottle of wine that they pull out of somewhere. Very neat. And the fact that Kraus calls it this year's, which means that they're brewing it. They're like actually making it. Ooh, I see you. Very intrigued by that. Maybe we'll find out more about that in the next episode. We'll see. All in all, I think lots of good character stuff, some solid animation on that, on certain things, and an altogether very fun, fluffy episode, which is totally fine with me. I like fluff. Yeah, I'm intrigued enough by this episode and by the way that it was put together that I'd like to go and look at the episode director and storyboarder just to check in on them and see who's responsible for this and if we can pick out anything super useful for it. So I'll be back in a second for that, and once we've done that, I think we're just gonna wrap, because there's not a ton to talk about here, but there's enough to talk about where I feel like we're done, and yeah. Okay, let me go look up some stuff. Motherfucker. Okay, this is the craziest thing. I can't... Y'all hear that? I don't think you do. There's a motherfucking ice cream truck. I don't get it. Why do you exist, ice cream truck? Who is coming out of their houses to buy ice cream from you by hand during a fucking global pandemic and quarantine? What the fuck? Why do you exist? Who's buying Choco Tacos? Like, I don't have any problem with Choco Tacos, but who the fuck is buying them from an ice cream truck right now? Nobody. Nobody. That's insane. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go look up the things and stuff. Okay, 3 names. Storyboard, Episode 5, Kazuma Fujimori. Episode Director, Episode 5, Yuki Ito. Animation Director, Episode 5, Aika Kawasaki. Let's go through them one by one. Storyboard, Kazuma Fujimori. Literally only storyboard credits on anything. Storyboard on Seikon no Quasar, which I think the series director did something on. I don't remember. Episode of Silver Spoon. Bunch of random storyboard credits all over the place. Nothing too crazy. Multiple episodes of Bokurano. Okay, cool. Sure, yeah, whatever. Yuki Ito, the director. Oh, fuck, that's a lot. That's a lot of things that you have been on. Storyboard and episode direct. Certain episodes of Demon Slayer, not the crazy ones, but good ones. Some other things all over the place. An episode of Promised Neverland, an episode of Madoka Magica, a bunch of shit. Okay, whatever. And Aika Kawasaki, who is the animation director, if I am correct. Ooh, a lot. Okay. Let me just Control F, director. Not as much. That's good. Yeah, not as much at all. But a lot of key animation credits. That's cool. That's cool. Doesn't really tell me a lot. I did work on an episode of Penguin Drum. And some other cool things. Okay. Okay, sure. Yeah, this doesn't tell me anything. Not really. That's totally fine. And then last thing, I'm just gonna do Sora no Woto Specula Episode 5, just in case there's anything super crazy that I missed. Specula Episode 5, Sora no Woto. And if it comes up with like 5 and 6, then I'm just not gonna touch it. I found the Specula image. I'm actually gonna view it, save it, and put it up. Or editing me will put it up here, right now. The relay station displays a series of kanji, which when activated, sound, feather, leaves, water, white, blue, bird, mountain, world, sky, silence, color, fruit, culture. Don't really know. Klaus is nicknamed the Desert Wolf, similar to Field Marshal Erwin Rommel's Desert Fox. That's cool. Extent of the desertification in No Man's Land is really interesting. The trees in particular have a particular distribution, and somebody went and figured out all the places in our world where both wild boars and regions with potential geothermal activity and regions with those trees in them might be. I really don't think that seems like a rabbit hole that's not worth going down. I don't think that associating their location with a real world location on Earth is ever going to be truly possible. It just seems like we're doing too much mishmash mangling of potential leads on that kind of stuff for them to ever like come toward anything conclusive. It seems like a not worth it rabbit hole. Anyway, some interesting specula. The words that appear on the kanji that appear, that's interesting to me. That kind of like word phrase thing speaks to me of like a code, like an entry call and response, in the similar way that you might have like a backup phrase for a crypto wallet or something like that, right? When you have important information, one of the ways that you can store it is like a sequence of characters, or in this case like phrases or words that mean something, and then meaning being the way to unlock it might be intriguing. I don't know if we're ever going to return to those things and care about them at all. I don't know, but that's interesting. Okay, as I said, I was going to go look stuff up, and if we didn't find anything super interesting, we would wrap there. Well, didn't find anything super interesting. Found some stuff, but all in all, fun episode. Let's wrap there. Me, Teeaboo. This Sora no Woto. It was good. We're going to watch more next week. See you there. Peace.